Welcome to Conversations Live. For more than a decade, we've brought you the best in books, entertainment, celebrity interviews, and current events. When the movers and shakers of the world have something to say to you, they say it to us first. Here's your host, Cyrus Webb.
Welcome back, everyone, to Conversations Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again. But for our radio audience here in Mississippi at WYAD 94.1 FM and WYADonline.com, we're glad that you all could be with us. Also, tuning in to our friends at iHeartRadio and Amazon Music Podcast. We're glad you all could be with us as well. When I say the name Krayzie Bone, of course, you probably first think about Bone Thugs-n-Harmony. But Krayzie Bone's an individual who's been able to make his own mark in music as well. We've seen that in 2022 with the release of Krayzie Melodies, but also in the other work he's been able to do is he's been able to travel the world. Also this year, Krayzie Bone is using his celebrity to be able to give back in an important way, supporting the refugees in Ukraine. We're going to talk to him about all of that, and also you all can stay connected with him. Krayzie Bone, thank you so much for the time. Really appreciate it.
Yes, indeed, man. Glad to be here. How you doing?
I'm doing really good. I want to start off by talking about your career. As I mentioned in my introduction, a lot of people got to know you because of Bone Thugs-n-Harmony, but you have really been able to show people your musical impact even outside of the group. I mean, what has it been like for you, Krayzie Bone, to be able to do what you love when it comes to music, but also to share it with the rest of us?
Man, it's definitely a blessing, man. You know, especially for the longevity we've had, and to be able to come from a group that was successful and also be successful in a solo career, that is truly a blessing, man. So I'm very grateful for that. Very grateful for the fans that we have and the way they've stuck with us through everything we've been through, and they're still here today. So kudos to the fans, for real.
Right, exactly. And again, you've been recognized by the industry, but like you mentioned, definitely from the fans and the culture. Did you know from the very beginning, Krayzie Bone, that if you were given the opportunity, that you would be able to make an impact in the industry?
Yeah, well, we knew. We didn't know how big of an impact we were going to make, but we knew if somebody gave us the chance, a fair shot, we knew that we would do what we needed to do to be heard. And, the extras that came along with it was just great. You know what I'm saying? We had no idea we was going to be as big as we were in hip-hop and actually change the sound of music. We had no idea that was all in the cards for us at all.
Right. And talking about changing the sound of music, now this year, as I mentioned, you've released Krayzie Melodies, Volume 1. I mean, definitely as people go from track, that they definitely get, a very eclectic sound. Talk to us about that, because I think for a lot of people, you mentioned the longevity. I think when they think about you as an artist, they know they're going to get something original. What was it like for you to put together this Krayzie Melodies?
Man, it was this album. What I tell everybody is this album is really me just experimenting with my craft. Just like I've done so much. I have our career has spanned to almost 30 years, and I've done a lot in music. So now I'm at a point in time in my life and career to where I'm just having fun with music. I'm experimenting to see where I could go with it. And the fans have always been asking me. They was like, "Krayzie, you should do an R&B album. You can really sing. You should do an R&B album." And it was, I pondered it in my head, and I just finally thought to myself, like, yeah, I should go ahead and do that. And so when I went in, I just went in with the aspect of just trying to do something different, just be more on the singing side, more melodic, this whole project. And, it was, I guess I did the right thing because the fans are loving it right now, definitely.
Right. Exactly. They definitely are, because, again, it does show a different side of you, but also a different range of your craft as well. I mentioned that,
Yes.
you're having a really good year, Krayzie Bone, but you also are using your platform to give back. Now, this is not anything I've noticed when I was prepping for this. Giving back to the communities is not something that's different for you. But what was it about this cause when it came to Ukraine? What made you say you wanted to be a part of that?
Man, when first of all, when I heard the lovely and legendary Dionne Warwick would be involved. I've worked with her several times, and we've always made magic every time we collaborate. So when I heard she was involved and it was, offered to me, I definitely wanted to be a part of it, man, because it's for a good cause. And the name of the show, the title of the show says it all, and it, and it's for a positive purpose, man. And thing we going through in this world now, not just in Ukraine, but in the entire world, we need some healing. We need blessings to fall down on us. So if people can get together for a few hours and enjoy some good music and, you know, raise money for a good cause, then I'm all in. It's all worth it.
And I think that's the whole thing. And I think, too, for a lot of people, as you mentioned, I mean, you all have been able to work together and some great things in the past. To be able to come together for this project is definitely good. We're going to be letting our audience know more information about that. The touring is something that also you are accustomed to, Krayzie Bone. I mean, I want to talk about the energy there, because it's one thing to be in the studio recording a project like Krayzie Melodies, but what is it like for you to be able to feel that energy when it comes to the fans?
Man, that's everything. That makes it all worthwhile. You know, I tell everybody, the music business is just what it is. It's the music business, and you know, sometimes we forget the business part. You know,
right.
But that's because the business part is the most stressful. You know what I'm saying? So to me, after dealing with the most stressful, which is the business, 90%, that other 10% of the music, you want to enjoy that to the fullest. So going into the studio and then getting to perform that's the reward right there. And that's the reward from dealing with all the shady business. That's what, to me, that's what brings me back to my peace of mind, is getting to go out there to perform and just let loose. Let it all out.
Right. And that's definitely what your fans enjoy. I want to say, for those who are just tuning in, either on the radio side or online, you're listening to Conversations Live. We're excited to welcome Krayzie Bone to our program today. You guys know him, of course, from Bone Thugs and Harmony, but this year is also celebrating his solo project, Krayzie Melodies, as well as, of course, headlining this important Ukrainian fundraiser with the one and only Dionne Warwick. You heard him mention there. Love is what the world needs now is the name of it. Definitely a powerful thing. So you mentioned the fans. I want to talk about that in connection with the longevity, because not only do you have fans who knew you from the beginning of your career, Krayzie Bone, you have new fans that have learned about you over the years. Talk to us about that, what it's been like for you to reach different generations with your music.
Yeah, man, that again is a blessing, because, you know, our fans, we connected with our fans strongly, that they made sure our music was passed down to their kids. Yeah. And, you know, like, to this day, we do all age shows. Like, we'll be doing an all age show, and there'll be a 14-year-old in the crowd singing word for word, and I'm looking at them like, man, you was not even born when it came out. You were not even here yet. Like, and they come out and just say, it's like they die hard. They're like, my dad taught me everything about you, or my mom. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's a blessing that we were able to make that connection that stuck. A lot of artists, it's very hard, especially in these days and times, for artists to accumulate longevity, because everybody has such short attention spans. It's hard, you know, because you hear today and they forget about you tomorrow. But if you connect with with the consumer and your fans, and you make that emotional connection, and they understand you, and you're on the same wavelengths, then that connection will never be broken. It's there. We get fans to come up to us, man, and this is the greatest reward, is when I hear fans say that I was on the verge of committing suicide, and your music saved my life. That's better than any platinum plaque, any Grammy award, any accolade you can receive in this business. That's what it's all about.
Well, definitely powerful, and you've been able to make an impact, not only, of course, musically, Krayzie Bone, but also just in living your life. I mean, you are known for music, but you also are an entrepreneur as well. I noticed when I was prepping for this segment, the Life Apparel, I think, is celebrating 20 years right now. And so, you know, being able to do that, talk to us about that. I mean, you're an example also for people in business. You mentioned, of course, people forgetting that the music business is a business. But how important has that been for you to make sure that you are building your own business along the way?
Man, it's very important. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, you know, when we first got into this, like, we everything came really fast for us. Like, you know, we were with Eazy-E. We connected with Eazy-E, but within a year of us being with him, we weren't even with Eazy for a long year, and he died. So we didn't get a chance to, like, really pick his brain, and we tried to imitate what we saw him do in that small amount of time, you know. So we went back home after we were got our money. We went home to Cleveland, and we got our record company started. We signed artists, and we put them out. And they were success because of Bone, because of the power and the presence of Bone Thugs and Harmony at the time. But we didn't have not one sense of business. We didn't know what the hell we were doing. We was just faking it till we was making it. You know what I'm saying? Basically. Yeah. So a lot of things didn't go well, as it didn't go the way we wanted it to. And I realized it, and I had to pull myself apart from it, and I had to go educate myself on the business. And I had to go watch other people that was doing the same thing I wanted to do, and I had to learn first. Now I have that knowledge. When I got the knowledge, I was able to go execute some of the things. And just like as I was doing this, was just practicing my business skills, you know what I'm saying, making sure I was just sharp with the business, staying on top of things, and just like, because that's what it's about, man. If you're not on your business, if you take this If you take this blessing that was given to you and you only use it as a celebrity, you're not going to have longevity, because you're too busy trying to be a celebrity and not a businessman. You know what I'm saying? So there's a difference. You can choose to be a celebrity, or you can choose to be the businessman. At the end of the day, the celebrity most likely will wake up after partying and celebrating and drinking, will wake up broke. The businessman will still be in business, period.
Right. Another thing that's happened and evolved since you've been in the industry, Krayzie Bone, is social media. It has really become, just a big part of our society, really. What was that like for you to get used to? Was that an easy thing for you to adapt to, or what has that been like for you in your relationship with social media and your fans?
It was easy for me to adapt to, but I'll say it was easy and hard at the same time. Because the easy part was being able to upload my music and not having to, you know what I'm saying, learning. Once I learned it, I used it. It could be used to my advantage without having to deal with record labels and this and that one and reach my fans directly. You know what I'm saying? But the other thing to it is, you know what I'm saying, like, it's like I don't like the what should you call it? I don't like how fans think that since they have access to you, it's just like you're supposed to be at their every. It's just like fans have more to say, and it's not. It's making the artist fan experience is watering it down, because people are so used to seeing these. Yeah. People are so used to seeing these celebrities do and say dumb stuff on these social media platforms. It's like that's just a window to disrespect them. Because I look at some of these artists, man. I look at some of these artists that's huge, got millions of followers, millions of people. But whenever they post something, it's either nobody even comments on what they posted. They're talking about other stuff and arguing, or they're talking bad about the artist. I'm like, why are y'all coming on this person's page just to talk trash about them? Like, this is wasting your time. Like I don't, so all some of those things I could do without, but I can understand the advance. It could be a positive for when you want to get your music out and not have to deal with for artists that's already established like us. You know what I'm saying? All we got to do is go in there, boom, we're going to be here, bam. People are going to show up. So that's a plus for us. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't have to, necessarily go through record labels if we don't want to now at this time. Right.
Such a great point, and I totally agree with you, Krayzie Bone. I think that's the thing. That is, the good and the bad of it. For one, it allows you all to be able to have that access, but also people do feel like you kind of become their own person reality show, right? They just, feel like they can say and do whatever. I think that's it. And again, I hope our audience is getting this, that you are, it really shows how you're able to walk those two lines of being an artist, but also reminding people you're still human. I think sometimes we lose that humanity when we're thinking about people in the public eye, but I think to remind them that, yes, this is what you do, but you also are an individual just like they are. So we mentioned the fundraiser that is coming up, and again, for our audience that may have missed it, it's called Love is What the World Needs Now, headlined, of course, with Krayzie Bone and Dionne Warwick, really for a great cause, a Ukrainian fundraiser. What else are you looking forward to as we wrap up this year, Krayzie Bone? What is it you have coming up?
Man, well, you know, one of the main projects I'm working on right now is I have a nonprofit organization called the Spread the Love Foundation, based Cleveland, Ohio, my hometown where I'm from. And you know what I'm doing? I'm in the process of acquiring my old elementary school was torn down. The elementary school I went to, I have a lot of great memories at that school, man. And when I found out it was torn down and the lot was vacant, you know, I wanted to acquire the land because I'm about to build a Bone Thugs and Harmony Performing Arts Academy along with an Ohio Hip Hop Museum to put right in our neighborhood to inspire every artist that's trying to get into business. And we're going to teach them the skills. We're going to teach them the skills. We're going to show them how to not just be an artist, but how to work in the backfield of the industry, because there's a lot of money there too, just teaching them the ins and outs of the business. When they leave this program, they'll be qualified to work anywhere in the world at any record label. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm doing back there, man. And I'm just like starting a bunch of programs. I got the city of Cleveland behind me, the mayor, the councilman. Everybody loves the idea. And hopefully pretty soon we will start building this project.
So that gives us something to be able to look forward to. So for our audience that was not aware of it, you guys can go to spreadtheloveoh.com. That's spreadtheloveoh.com. For those joining us on iHeartRadio and Amazon Music, we'll make sure that we link that up for you guys to be able to click on. Also, if you guys want to find out more information about the fundraiser that we mentioned here with Krayzie Bone and Dionne Warwick, again, for a great cause, you all can go to that website as well. It is worldneedsnow.com. That's worldneedsnow.com is where you guys can go for that to find out more information about the great work that they've done there. And being able to team up with some amazing people this month definitely was a cool thing. But definitely Saturday, September the 17th is that date for the concert. So definitely make sure you guys head over there. Krayzie Bone, man, congratulations to you on all of the success. Thank you so much for the time. And looking forward to having you back on the program again.
Man, thank you. Looking forward to coming back for sure.
All right. Appreciate that. And we thank your audience for tuning in to another great segment of Conversations Live. Until next time, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Live. Now let's go make today amazing. Take care.